we going? Are we going? Are we going? Are we going? Are we going? Looks like we're going. Are we on the air? We're live and on the air. Or on the wire or whatever. I guess we're not on the air, are we? Well, we probably traveled to the air somewhere. But not like back in the old days. Anyway, hey everybody, Happy New Year. I'm not sure how long this is going to be because I'm cooking. But I wanted to get on here, say Happy New Year, and which I already said, but I'll say it again, Happy New Year. I hope things are going well for you today, whether you're at home or at work or whatever's going on. Well, that's pretty cool. Ooh. Anyway, no, I haven't been drinking today. So, couple things I want to do. I took a couple of days off of the 61. I'll show you where I'm at. And if you know me a little bit, you probably know why this thing came to a screeching halt. Because it's the same reason all the aircraft I built come to a screeching halt. Clear parts. Masking clear parts. But anyway, this thing is, let me show you here. It is pretty much complete. Putty's in, cleaned up. Flaps are on. So I got this cowling here for this side. The engine's all painted and whatnot. Props are over here. I only actually need one. Tires are here. So yeah, it's a matter of masking clear parts, painting it, and wheels and tires, and there's not a whole lot left. It's going to be overall black, so it's not going to take a whole lot to get her done. I did have some thoughts about the clear parts, and those thoughts are, where the heck's the tail piece right now? Where is it? Well, that sucks. Looks like I may be missing a piece. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Anyway, if not, I got a spare one. Wow. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Anyway, I lost my train of thought. So, I had thought a couple days ago I could really make the push on it and get it done by the end of the year, because I usually finish something on New Year's Eve, or at least I have the last few years, but it just wasn't, I wasn't there. I didn't want to do all the masking. Even though I have a masking set, I didn't want to go there right now. So that's where I'm at with that. So yeah, the other thing I want to do real quick, if you follow over on the website, I just posted a few minutes ago my 2019 builds. And as I mentioned over there, I'm always amazed at how many kits I got finished, because I'm always like, I didn't get that much done. And then I find out differently when I go back and tally them up. So let's see here. Sorry, I'm thinking, and shift 4 and shift 3. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is is go back and we'll look at take a look at my year and what I finished, and then we'll go from there. We'll do the drawing later here too. Alrighty, that got you guys there. Okay, so let me go here real quick. Are we there? 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 Sorry, I'm not sure that. Okay, so you are seeing what I want you to see. Okay, I'm not sure that these are in any particular order, but I think they are. So this is the old Monogram F5E that I threw together really quick at the beginning of the year just to get some mojo going. It has some problems right here. And what I should have done was reinforce that from the backside. But like I said, I just kind of threw it together. I want to do something. I had this old paint laying around, this old polyscale Israeli colors, and yeah. But it was fun. I mean, it's down there in the bottom of the display case, and it looks fine. It looks fun. So that got done in February, I think, sometime. This is the Tamiya Sherman. That I worked on for quite a while. It's an alright kit. It's not, if you follow along with that, I wasn't super impressed with it. But it's okay. It's a good kit. It's just, it's got molded on handles and stuff. Just weird things that don't make a whole lot of sense to me with where we're at today. But, you know, on the other flip side of that, it would be a great beginner's kit or even intermediate kit. These little braces here on the fender, that was probably the most pain in the neck part. Not because it was hard, it was just time consuming. There was a lot of them. But, you know, it looks pretty good. It's, eventually I'm planning on putting it in a diorama. Actually, when I did the color on it, when I painted it in a really dark tone because my idea is that the diorama is going to be it's going to be wet. And as you know, when you think get wet, tone tends to go dark on them. So it's going to be dark and glossy because I'm going to try and pull off it being in a storm of some sort or being wet for some reason. Airfix 109E, the newer Airfix 48 scale kit. It's not bad if you can get it inexpensive enough. I'm not in love with it. The decals are horrible, but it's not bad. You know, it's I wouldn't get too. I wouldn't pay a lot for it. I would expect it to be significantly less than the Hasegawa or Tamiya kits. If they're in the same ballpark, I'd pick one of the other two. But that's me. I mean, it looks good, but it's, yeah. Tamiya for you 1D, I believe. Is this a D or an A? I don't remember. Kit decals, kind of modified kit decals. I think this is polyscale paint on here. I'm not sure. Anyway, generic markings. It's land-based. I took the removed the arrestor hook to represent a land-based Marine Corps aircraft. This is a good kit. The only real thing you have to watch out for is the wings. If you're doing folding wings, obviously it's not a problem. If you're doing extended wings, it can be a little challenging to get the inner and outer panels all lined up. But, I mean, not horrible, but this is a good kit. It really is. It goes together well. I can't think of anything really horrible about it. It's got the crappy Tamiya decals, so you just have to be aware of that and be ready to deal with those. And being it's land-based Marine Corps, those aircraft just had individual aircraft numbers, and which appeared to change over time and whatnot. And if you go back, you can go to the ShutterAce website, and I did a video on research, and I was using Corsairs as the guinea pig, and I talk about all of this kind of stuff. But anyway, that's a good kit. I've got another one actually in the stash. I did build a -1 also, but I finished that last year, I believe. Monogram DL335. This is fun. This is a great kit. I used the stand on the back of it. Sue me. Again, it's fictitious, but got nothing really bad to say about it. The upper fuselage insert, you got to kind of be careful with. It's not great right there, but it's there. There's still a little bit of gap in the wing root, but that's all me. That was, I have different levels of build quality that I'm comfortable with depending on what I'm building. They don't all have to be great, and most of them are, and I don't care. So, but yeah, this was fun. It's black undersides, and I don't even know what grays these are. I just grabbed some. I don't know. This very well could be all Stynylrez primer, black, gray, and white. I'm not really sure, but that wouldn't surprise me. But that one was fun. Monogram C47. I built this clean, and this was my first real stretch with going with the all of the Vallejo stuff. Well, the first one I finished anyway, with the Vallejo Model Air, which I like. It's especially over primer. I'm not crazy about it. Over bare plastic, it's not very durable. But once you get a clear coat on it, it's fine. It sprays well. I like the colors. It's easy to clean out of the airbrush. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it. But you just have to be aware that it is not very durable. It's just not. And you have to deal with that. You have to figure out some way to deal with that. This kit's, again, it's an old Monogram 48 scale kit. Raised panel lines, the whole 9 yards. It's all went together fine. Low parts count. This is like right up my alley. Enough parts to get it done and to make it look good. And there we are. So pretty happy with that one. And again, fictitious. The markings are fictitious. I do a lot of fictitious markings. And by that I mean not just, they're realistic, realistic fictitious. I need to come up with a term for that. But you know, it's not a real aircraft, but it could very well be. This is the F-16A Block 15 that I built for my nephew-in-law, I guess you would call him. The story is on ShutterAce.com. You can go look it up. But this is, long story short, my niece's husband's dad was killed in this aircraft in a training exercise in Spain in 1988. My niece's husband is named after his dad. His dad didn't even know that his wife was pregnant at the time. So, kind of sad story, so this is that aircraft. So that's what this is. Hasegawa F-16A Plus kit, I think. Have to really thank Jeff Steffen out there for helping me get the parts together to do this and keeping me motivated and keeping me on track and yeah, keeping me on top of it. Really happy with it. Again, Vallejo Model Air. These I put on over primer. A lot of touch-ups and stuff because I screwed the pattern up in places and had wrong colors in places. Early F-16s are all over the place. So you got to pay a lot of attention to what colors are where, especially when you're looking at nose cones, the pattern, the camo pattern behind around the cockpit, things like that. You know, but because they're all different, and there's some inaccuracies on this aircraft, but I think I talk about them in the original reveal video. But I pieced together decals from multiple sheets to get this. I custom printed the tail codes and the serial number, but yeah, pretty satisfying. Oh, here's the F4U-1, Tamiya F4U-1. I thought I finished it the year before. I guess not. See, I don't even remember. Again, great kit. I love the early model Corsairs. I like the early two-tone camo. I don't know. You know, I can't say enough about this. Again, there's no tail hook on this one. It's a Marine Corps aircraft. Completely fictitious. Aircraft number. Some kill markings on it. That's it. 6th position national insignia. If I remember right, I used a hell of a lot of Mark Fit Strong on this thing to get these decals to lay down. But weathered with pastels. Standard dull coat. You know, great kit. This is the last thing I finished. This was that Italy 75mm Pac 40 anti-tank gun. And I just threw this together real quick over the last couple days. It's not great. It's not super accurate. It's supposed to look like it's been in a muddy field and they've got some recent snow. It'll probably go on a little diorama base at some point. Fun little thing to throw together in a couple of days and get it done. And that's it. We're back to the beginning. Okay, enough of that silliness. Let's let me look at something real quick here. Okay. So let me close this. Where are we at? Sorry. Here's where I want to be. Okay, so you hear me once in a while mention Jeff Steffen, and Jeff and I go back a long ways. 30 plus years, Jeff, something like that. And and him and I go back and forth quite a bit, some weeks on a daily basis, about what we're working on and kind of bouncing ideas off of each other and whatnot. So he's pretty much, I'd call him a silent partner in this endeavor. And he, like me, likes the old, simple stuff. I mean, we both like the new stuff too, but we build a lot of old, simple stuff. So he sent me a couple of pictures just to kind of emphasize the point. And these are the old Airfix 109F kits. F or G kits? Are they F? I think they're F kits. The old 109F kits. And this is an old Fujimi 190. FW 190. And the old Fujimi kits, for those of you who have never built one, are pretty darn good. I mean, they were the stuff in their day, and they are still not bad. And you can pick them up for a $5 bill a lot of times. So Jeff, yeah, thanks for sending me these, and thanks for all the support and helping us get going here. And actually, this month's raffle prize came out of Jeff's stash. He sent it to me. And speaking of raffles, let's look at what we got. Let's go right into the raffle. So Bob B's got this 172nd SR71. And I don't know. Let's see here. I don't remember if he told me which kit this was. But it's... I had the Testers 48 scale kit years and years ago, and was pretty disappointed with it. Never finished it, I don't think, because I couldn't. It just wasn't working for me. And that was before I kind of laid off the hobby for the second time for a little while. But anyway, so yeah, there's Bob's SR71. It's great. Nicely done, Bob. And Stephen H. here's got, this is a 48 scale F4U1D Corsair. I don't know what kit this is. It's got dual external tanks here. And I don't see a arrestor hook. This might be the Tamiya kit, but I'm not sure. I would be totally guessing. So anyway, and this is that paint scheme. Oh, I did this in 1/72nd scale years ago, and you see this paint scheme everywhere, and I can't remember what carrier it was off of. But later in the war, nicely done, Stephen. I'm impressed with the dark sea blue is a color that I don't know if anybody really knows what it is. So when I see something that's close, it's like, hey, good job, because you see stuff that's all over the place, and it's like I said, it's like, does anybody really know what it is? I mean, late war, after the war, when they went to the GSB, the glossy sea blue. That's pretty cut and dry, I think. But when you get the in between there, between that and the 3-tone, it's like, what were they really doing? I don't know if anybody knows. But so there's our second entry. And Mike sent us, is this a T33? This is a T33, right? Or not? I gotta look. Sorry. Hang on a second here. Boom, boom, boom. Give me a second. Can I look right now? I don't know. Hang on. Let me look. Boom. Mike. Academy 148 T33A. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. 48 scale Academy T-33A. And you need, you know, the T-33A. The T-33 is one of those aircrafts that was around forever, like the T-38. And that looks really nice. I'm not sure. I don't know what he used for the natural metal, but it looks good. It's well done. It's not overly shiny, which is always an issue in my head. And the red here looks really good. That's always a pain in the neck. I don't know if those are decals or not, but that looks good. Nicely done, Mike. Bob D. Bob's building a 61 over on the $20 Modeler Club buddy build there too with a bunch of us, and but this is his 262, and this is 72nd scale, right? I believe. Man, I'm doing horrible.
Yeah, why?
I need to. What do I need to do? I need to come up with a different plan. I just threw this together real quick right before I came on the air because it's like, I might as well do it if I'm going to jump on. Let's see here. Monogram 72 scale, ME262 Knockshock. Well, you know, I like them Monogram kits. If we were back in school and this was like a test, I'd give you extra points because it's a Monogram kit. Right? So anyway, all right, back to it here. So there's Bob's entry, and then Brett G. And this is, all right, Brett. So this is the Monogram. I'm going to guess this is the Monogram M48 you just built. And I'm sure I watched the videos, but I've slept since then. So I'm going to guess this is the Monogram patent done up in Israeli colors, obviously. It looks good. It looks really good. I'm trying to see if there's anything on here that gives it away. And not really. I have the SEM60 kit. And I'm not enough of a Cold War U.S. armor person to be able to look at something and go, well, it's a 48 or a 60, or I know there was a lot of real similarities. The 47 you can tell because of the hatches on the hull. But anyway, so there's Brett's build, great build. I think that's it. Yeah, we're back to Jeff's stuff. All right, so we have five entries. So we got Bob, Steven, Mike, another Bob, and Brett. 2 Bobs. You guys do decals? Sorry, couldn't help myself. Okay, so if you don't know how this works, let me show you how we do this. I have this spreadsheet, and what this spreadsheet does is it takes and it generates a random number between the number 1 and whatever I put in square B3. So what happens is last month we had 9 entries. Okay, this month we have 5 entries. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put the number 5 in this box right here, and when I hit enter, it's going to generate our winning number in this box here. And then once we have that, I will lock that in here. Right? So 5 entries. I'm going to put the number 5 in here, and we're going to hit enter, and it is entry number 2. So I'm just going to put, so there's a 2 in there, so I'm just going to make it permanent, and then I'm going to save this. And entry number 2 is Stephen H. Stephen, you won. So Stephen gets the Monogram P61 kit. Stephen, I will get that boxed up and get it out to you in the next few days. I hope that you have provided me your email or your mailing address. If not, I will send you an email back. And we'll get your mailing address and we'll get that to you. Let me look. I do not have it, so I'm going to send you an email as soon as I get off of this video asking for your mailing address. And we'll go from there. So, hey, that's it. It's 5:30. I got to go finish cooking dinner. I got, what do I got going? I got something cooking. Oh, corned beef and cabbage. That's it. Hey, Steve, just saw your comment. Hey, I don't know if you're still on, but you won the drawing. So you'll get an email from me asking for your address here pretty soon. But Happy New Year to you too. Thanks for stopping by, and that's it. I will see you guys in the next couple days, I'm sure. As usual, take care of the people you love, and we'll go from there. Bye now.